I want to go over my favorite, green. Now, before we begin, I'm going to mention canon information from the Ahsoka novel about crystals. However, when explaining the green lightsabers, I'll be referring to everything we know before, which is now in Legends. A lightsaber crystal is colorless until first attuned and connected to a Jedi, at which times it glows either blue or green, or in some rare instances, another shade. From that point on, it retains that hue. The crystals grew, clear as ice and cold until they found the hands that waited for them. They aided structure in an ordered way, one prism at a time, and while they grew, they waited. One of the more rare colors on the Jedi Council, green was a color granted to those who were beyond others in the Force. Now, in the new canon, a lightsaber crystal always started out as a neutral color, as I just mentioned. However, we haven't been given all that much info on what color changes mean, so I'm going to be expanding and explaining on Legends here. So every Jedi would seek a crystal that spoke to him and her. We know this. It all depended on their skill mastery. Those who were powerful in meditation used a green lightsaber. These were users indicative of Force powers and meditation. These were called consulars. They studied the Force unlike others and had an affinity with it unlike others before them. They were able to use the Force much more freely and easily. Battle meditation was one of the main abilities granted to these Force users, where they would do exactly what we saw Qui-Gon do in The Phantom Menace against Darth Maul. Sit and meditate to calm themselves, ease their nerves, to calm their minds and keep their reflexes sharp to continue the war. They could also help heal any inflicted wounds and boost any lost stamina. Of course, not to their full potential, but it would at least help. Some could even do this during their fight, allowing them to prolong their battle sustained by the light side of the Force. Jedi consulars typically used negotiations instead of using their weapon. However, if need be, they had no problem using it at all, and the Force aiding in their attacks. This makes for one of the deadliest Jedi in the galaxy, as their Force powers only strengthened their attacks and strikes. Popular green lightsaber users were Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, Kit Fisto, Quinlan Vos, and of course, Luke Skywalker.